now going to jump into last week in the metaverse. And we're going to get it kicked off with Sony as it eyes NFT transfers across multiple game platforms and reveals a patent. So Sony's NFT framework aims to integrate NFTs into gameplay with the technology representing skins and other popular in-game functionalities. Sony Interactive Entertainment filed a patent for a framework allowing users to transfer and utilize non-fungible tokens across multiple game platforms. Sony's interest in crypto has been evidenced by numerous partnerships and trademark registrations. Adding to the list, Sony filed a patent titled NFT Framework for Transferring Using Digital Assets Between Game Platforms. So, Sony, massive. I am definitely a huge Sony fan, and I will gladly say that I myself have played PlayStation my entire life and really enjoy all of the type of content that they have been making as it relates to the gaming space. Being able to play and utilize different tools and then apply them into different worlds, I think is so cool. I can already envision different gaming franchises like God of War, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, being able to take some of the assets that you've earned in one, transfer them over into other games in the same franchise, and then using them in those particular worlds. It's going to be really cool. And it's really cool to see the world of NFTs continue to expand and grow larger and have more utility being placed on the future roadmap of where it's headed. Next article is looking at NFT investor who accidentally burned $135,000 CryptoPunk to borrow money. Yes, you heard that right. Unfortunately, someone lost $135,000 trying to wrap it. So while going through an unfamiliar process of wrapping NFTs, Riley accidentally sent the asset to a burn address, permanently deleting the NFT from circulation. The CryptoPunk collection worth 77 ETH was sent to a burn address to be permanently destroyed. But the collector intended to borrow some money against it to buy another NFT. So this is one of those quick examples of when DeFi goes wrong and the importance of really understanding the process of transferring assets across crypto before you press the send, because they are immutable. It can't be undone. When you make a mistake, it can be $135,000 mistake. In this case, trying to use the NFT to receive a loan, to get liquid, to go buy other NFTs, and instead of getting liquid and still having the NFT, completely lost it, which now means not only did they not get the loan to go buy the new NFTs, but they also lost the original. So again, be careful out there in the world of DeFi. It can be a very dangerous place. Be as careful as possible. And this one hurts. Our next article is looking at heavyweight champ Alexander Usyk as he seeks to tokenize boxers' careers. He's launching a new blockchain-powered tokenized ecosystem powered to support boxers through their careers. The IBF, WBO, and WBA heavyweight boxing champion Alexander put his weight behind the blockchain platform that aims to tokenize the sport boxing industry. And they teamed up with Ukrainian-based crypto exchange Qmal to develop the Ready to Fight platform. The browser-based platform makes use of blockchain technology to help boxers tokenize their brands to receive donations and investments, as well as means to deliver exclusive content. Again, sports are doing more and more to find ways to help their users, aka participants, whether it be the fighters, whether it be people who are playing the everyday sports, etc., with their likeness, image, etc., to be able to monetize it. And a lot of people, unfortunately, only are able to make their money through the various games or matches or fights that they conduct. By creating tools like this, they can now have more ways to monetize, more revenue streams, and incentivize them to keep brand building. So I think this is a really cool look at ways that boxers can try to utilize this type of platform and create NFTs, etc., to build. And it's a platform that I'm going to keep my eyes on. Next, we're going to look at luxury giant Gucci as they team up with Yuga Labs to develop Web3. So the Web3 company Yuga Labs is behind several popular NFT collections, such as Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, Meebits, etc. They recently created an agreement aimed to increase engagement among each company's communities by exploring the intersection of fashion, entertainment, and the metaverse. In the press release that came out, said they're excited to unveil the multifaceted partnership with Yuga Labs as a leading creative developer of Web3 technology, and it gives them a chance to have an active role in the upcoming narrative of the other side in 10KTF, which manifests itself in many forms. This is said by Robert Tufts, who's Gucci's Senior Executive VP of Corporate and Brand Strategy. It's really cool to see these big brands really start to see how Web3 is here and how they need to embrace and meet people where they're headed. And that seems to be the world of Web3, the metaverse, etc. And they're trying to work with a brand and brands that have already had much success, such as Yuga Labs. So this collaboration makes a lot of sense. And I think it's not the last that we're going to see. I think we're going to see even larger brands. Gucci is way up there. It's an extremely large brand. We're going to see other large brands like them try to create these types of partnerships so they can learn faster and learn from the bumps and bruises along the way that Yuga and others have experienced so that they can move faster and participate in a more streamlined way. Next, we're going to look at Glitch as the artist withdraws from Sotheby's NFT auction over lack of female artist. So an artist featured by the renowned auction house of Sotheby's said Saturday he would withdraw his art from the NFT sales that are currently underway, citing a lack of representation of female identifying artists. Patrick Amandon, whose work revolves around the visual style known as glitch art, said Sotheby's natively digital glitchism should have been more inclusive. He made the statement that while I believe it was a genuine oversight and the team means well, the lack of representation is a serious issue that needs to be addressed and we need to address this in our space. Female identifying artists have played a major role in the glitch movement. So again, Patrick made a stance and dipped out. Him making this decision received a lot of positive feedback on Twitter. And it goes to, again, trying to have a more inclusive future as it relates to Web3, getting more women involved in this space and providing more opportunities. So we have a more representative look at where the Web3 community is headed. Next, we're going to look at German government as it invested $1.2 million in the metaverse startup Flying Sheep Studios. So Flying Sheep Studios is a Cologne-based metaverse startup, and it recently announced that it raised $1.2 million from the German government. The funds raised will be used to develop an online metaverse game called Star Life, which is a multimedia online role-playing experience. It came from the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Climate Action as part of an allocation that the federal government uses to support interactive experiences. This is, I think, cool because you're seeing governments come in and embrace the need to build into the metaverse, the need to get involved, experience, and learn what is this next step towards a future in metaverse look like, and how do we start partnering with the companies that are making that a reality. So I think this is cool. I hope this goes extremely well because then we'll see not just German governments start to double down and invest more, but we'll start to see other governments follow suit. And the path that leads to Web3 continues to expand and continues to be embraced. Our final article is going to look at Alibaba as Alibaba Cloud opens blockchain lab for game developers in Japan this April. So in partnership with the Tokyo Land Corporation, this lab will be open with Skeleton Crew Studio, a VR content and game development company that organizes Bit Summit, which hosts an exclusive game event, Japan's largest establishment in Kyoto every year. As an incubator to stay competitive for the times, Alibaba hopes to provide a place for game designers to gather and improve their skills in the latest blockchain technology. I think one of the clearest paths to Web3 and blockchain being utilized is in gaming. And we saw this in one of the largest gaming conferences that's out there with GDC. And you're seeing a lot more Web3 companies start to go out and showcase what's being built. You're seeing it occur more across all kinds of different crypto events that are out there. I recently went to ETH Denver, also went to Outer Edge LA, both which are showing a lot of the cool things that are being built in the world of gaming and blockchain. And I think we're going to continue to see more money being invested in that space. Again, we reported earlier how Sony is patenting its NFTs across its platform. Games and gaming platforms are seeing this as a huge opportunity, and they're making the investment now so that they can be prepared for this future. So I think this is highly encouraging, and I think we're going to continue to see more of this. So I want to thank you for joining us again for this week's Aftershock. Again, if you liked all of the information, please make sure to give us a like, leave us a comment, make sure to subscribe, and share this out with someone who you think might enjoy. We appreciate you joining us, and as always, we hope you stay cryptocurrent.